boy, oh boy, has the maggot sphere been freaking out about the Dana Loesch, for example, one of the many who is freaking out about the Elon Musk reference. Let me take this down, and then does this like shrink down this way? How does it do? Come here, you weirdo. There you go. Shrink down. There you go. That she's like shocking. Dana Loesch, sorry, I misread that. Dana Loesch reacts to Elon Musk slamming Trump's big, beautiful bill. Oh, sorry.
How do you think President Trump is going to be when he finds out that Elon Musk said, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it."
Look, the president on this bill, it doesn't change the president's opinion.
Cut to me now. You cut at the wrong time. You cut at the wrong time.
This is one big...
It's still playing the audio.
Beautiful bill, and he's sticking to it.
Yeah, it's not beautiful. It is one big bill, though, but it's not beautiful. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
You don't have to tell me. Welcome to the, in the do's and don'ts of the world, welcome to the don't file.
And Elon Musk is 1,000% correct. Welcome back to the program. Dana Loesch with you. We're at the top of this third hour. He is 1,000% correct.
You can't be. Percent means per 100. So you can only have 100 per 100 because that's what per 100 means. But please tell us how smart the guy is.
And he tweeted out, let me pull up his tweet. Quote, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive,
just can't stand it anymore.
Outrageous pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination.
That thing is an abomination upon the Lord."
Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. And he's...
You do realize none of them have any shame, right?
Right. Thankfully, somebody can say it. You know, what are people going to now go and try to cancel Elon?
Apparently he can't, because just hedging towards that on the ABC interview is what got him booted.
On Musk now, he's exactly right. Republicans pretend to be fiscally responsible and
I agree. They're just lying assholes. You go, girl. Yes, queen.
Fiscally conservative when they're not in control of Congress. When they're in control of Congress, they spend like they spend like Hunter Biden. They turn into Hunter Biden whenever they are in office. And, you know, this needs to be said. I'm not going to be, look, you can like Trump and still think that this bill is garbage. And
no, you really can't. No, sorry. Shit or get off the pot, lady. You got to make a choice. It's his big, beautiful bill. If you think it sucks, you think he's ugly. Just say it. Say it. Say it.
It's correct. And even, and Massey tweeted, he's right. And Musk retweeted, well, yeah, simple math. It is. They're right. Thomas Massey is correct. Rand Paul is correct. And for the people who say that, well, where are their ideas? Have you not paid attention? No offense, but if you're asking that, you need to pay pay better attention.
Yeah, would you get off my shit and start maybe smelling your own shit, okay? Why aren't you paying more attention, all right? Because apparently you don't even know. You think you know, but you don't. Yeah, it's his signature legislation. It's the only fucking thing he cares about passing. Stupid. He wants everything in it. That's why it's a big, beautiful bill. Otherwise, they just pass his fucking tax cut again, using reconciliation. But they can't.
Because in committees, they have been fighting to reduce spending.
Flailing. I don't think they've been fighting. I think they've been talking and arguing in some cases.
Offering amendment after amendment.
I'm sorry, I have to snap my fingers when I say go, you go, girl. I apologize. That was my mistake. I'm new to the entire process. You go, girl. Yes, queen.
Proposal after proposal, and it is shot down every damn time.
Oh, it's so brutal. If only Republicans had control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency, they could fix these things. Like, it would be so easy. You could do it in one phone call.
It never makes it out of committee because it's fiscally responsible. Republicans don't have the balls for the austerity that they promised you during the campaign season.
That's right. But Marge does. I mean, go ahead.
They all lied to you. And I don't know why anybody out there, any of you watching or anyone driving by, would defend it.
Yeah, I don't either. You're right. Republicans, absolute assholes. Completely full of shit, lying on the campaign trail, everything Trump promised. He was lying out of his ass. Nothing's going to happen with Russia, Ukraine in 2 weeks, or Iran in 2 weeks. His tariffs aren't going to work. Exactly. He's been bullshitting you the whole time. Oh, this is what I see. You're saying all this stuff so you don't have to say you were wrong. You can blame them. You can say they're right now, but you were pushing for him last year when Harris's bill would have been more fiscally conservative, would have been more responsible, would have protected the most vulnerable and shaved very little off the people who are doing very well, compared to Trump just fucking like keel hauling the entire fucking economy. But whose side were you on, dum-dum? Huh?
Your job is to keep these people honest.
Yeah, well, no. I guess you'd have to get them to be honest in the first place, because you can't keep someone honest who was lying the whole time.
And not run defense for them when they lie to you. If you are defending this bill after being lied to about it, why?
Why? I know.
Because all of it, none of this, not a single damn thing in this bill accomplishes what you wanted.
Not a thing. It's all shit. Now, I think largely Dana Loesch is doing this to suck up to Elon Musk because that's where the money is. And the Trump ship has sailed, and and she should have been warned when he was threatening, to like primary Chip Roy about the debt ceiling in December. But hey,
not even the tax cuts are permanent. I wrote a whole piece, a very, very big deep dive, and you don't have to take my word for it.
I wouldn't. I can't think of a reason why anyone would. Especially considering you sold all of these people to everybody who watches your dipshit show this whole time. You know the guy I promoted? You know what he did? Rescue package, CHIPS Act, and the first infrastructure bill in almost 30 years. The expanded child tax credit, that kind of shit. That's the guy I was pushing. I'll stand by that. Stand by your fucking dude. Stand by him. Stand by your man. Take whiffs of his orange flatulence. And when he blows your brains out with gas that comes from his backside, stand by your man, Dana.
You go to chapter and verse, go down to the title From a Chainsaw to a Nail File. Read the post, but there's a link in there.
There's a link.
Goes to all of the stuff that's in the bill. And it's hyperlinked, and you can click on that link. And
I'm very excited. I'm not going to. But I trust I trust whoever works on your staff can work a hyperlink. I'm sure they have a decent Bitly account.
And what you do is there's a way with a Mac, you can hit Control F.
Sure.
And then there's a little bar that pops up.
You know what happens when I hit Control F, lady? It's weird. It happens every time. I don't know what that is.
What you want to do is write temporarily in that bar and then hit Enter. And then it's going to show you, it's going to go right to where it says all these new tax cuts are. Every single one of the tax cuts, it says temporarily, 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 temporarily. It has a 4-year limit. That expired.
Yeah, I think that's largely because that's the only way you can do it with reconciliation. If you try to make a permanent law, you have to have more votes. The temporary part is what makes it possible with the margin that they have. Hence the first tax cuts. Dumb. They can't make them permanent. They don't have the votes. You know why? Because there's no fucking mandate. That's why. There's not a mandate. Look, Democrats have work to do convincing people to come back over to reality and actually participate in helping people besides themselves and helping the entire country as a whole in what I would call true patriotism. But Republicans have just blown that entire thing off. That's what this is. They're just cutting whatever deals they can in the short term because they're treating the country like renters.
Conveniently, right when we are running into the next presidential cycle in 2028.
Right, because they want to be able to run on, if we don't get back in, your taxes are going to go up. That's the point, dummy. They're laying a trap specifically. They could make it 2 years if they thought they were going to win the midterms and have a bigger margin. How about that? Let me tell you something. If the Republicans actually thought things were going well and that the polling leaned their way and that the American people were going to love this shit, they would just make it 2 years. They would make it right up, up into or just after the midterms. Like, hey, if you don't get us in there after the midterms, your taxes are going to go way up if you vote these people in. But they don't. You know why? Because they know they're going to lose no matter what they do. So they have to make it past that point. So even if there's a changeover at the midterm, they can weather it, or they hope the margin will be relatively close. So they won't be able to, the Democrats won't be able to bring a bill forward, get rid of it right away.
And the reason that was done is because instead of cutting spending to control the cost, they decided to cut your tax cut to control the cost. They didn't cut spending. They limited how much money of your own hard-earned dollars you get to keep. They did that to try to fudge the score that they wanted from the CBO. Now, when you hand something to the CBO, Congressional Budgetary Office, the CBO looks at just exactly what you gave it. It doesn't go, now, wait a minute. These tax cuts are temporary. They expire in 2028. I mean, all of it. The child tax credit, the standard deduction increase, any new deductions, the no tax on tips. Oh, yeah, that's all temporary.
Yeah, they do.
The CBO doesn't look at that and go, oh, well, they
yes, they
fudged
do.
us here and they limited these tax cuts only for 4 years so that they could get a better score out of us. They just look at that at just the basic math of it, and then they give you the score.
Yeah, but they don't say that, they don't read it as temporary and implement it mathematically as if it's permanent. It just shows up that in the first few years, that taxes stay low essentially, and then they expect taxes to go up after that. And so in the future, the deficit's going to come down because that tax break is only temporary and it's going to go away. So they give you this artificial horizon.
So it's like AI. It only feeds back what you prompt it. It's wholly unreliable, really.
Yes, the CBO is AI. Yeah, totally.
To know how they're trying to game it so that you know how to interpret it. That being said,
thank God we have Dana Loesch here telling us how to interpret something she doesn't understand.
They get the score that they want, and then they can parade it through the streets. Oh, look, look, it comes in at this much. It's only this much. But they're also raising the debt ceiling in this. We're adding to the debt. It's insane.
Yeah. We know.
I would be lying to your face if I said this was a big, beautiful bill.
And I couldn't take it. I don't know about you, but if Dana Loesch lied to me about that, I would just be broken as a person. Don't lie to my face, Dana Loesch. Not anymore. You obviously did it all during the campaign.
If I told you that, you should want to boycott my program.
I already do. I've only seen this much of it, and already I'm like, I feel like a boycott. I feel a boycott coming on.
Because I would be lying to you just right to your face, and I'm not doing that.
What do you... How else does anyone watch this?
It's a very unpopular thing to be consistent, especially in a society that rewards inconsistency.
What? What are you talking about? What? That rewards inconsistency? You can't blame society on Trump's fuck-ups and you're swallowing it up to this point? Shut the fuck... Good Lord. But again, this is the turd polishing that is going on.